Let me tell you the truth, most men never hear until it's too late. The moment you chase her, you lose yourself. Not because she's evil, not because she doesn't care, but because the game was never about love, it was about power. And the second she feels you need her validation to breathe, she'll tighten the leash and pull away. So what do most men do? They overthink, they over-explain, they break their dignity in pieces trying to fix the vibe, but not you, not anymore. Because the man I'm talking to today, he's done begging, he's done reacting, he's ready to walk away, not to get her back, but to get himself back. So let's get into it. Here's how you win, without playing her game. Point 1. Don't chase her confusion, honor your clarity. You'll feel the urge to ask what happened, to get clarity, to make sense of why she pulled back after everything seemed perfect. But here's the truth, she knows exactly what she's doing. And she's hoping you don't, because the moment you ask, what's wrong? She knows she has you. She knows your peace is now tied to her answers. But the strongest men don't beg for closure. They create it. They don't chase emotional fog. They stand in emotional clarity. If she's pulling away, let her go. If she's confusing, get clear. Your value doesn't live in someone else's uncertainty. It lives in your decision to walk with peace, not chaos. The man who can cut ties without resentment, he's dangerous because he doesn't need revenge, he just disappears. Point 2. Your silence is the boundary she can't cross. She's used to men reacting, explaining, typing essays, calling late at night, hoping for one more chance. But when you go quiet, not out of spite but out of discipline, you become a mirror she can't manipulate. Your silence becomes a line she can't step over, and it confuses her because she's trying to bait you into chaos. She wants to see if you'll break your composure to win her attention, but when you don't, when you stay still, unbothered, unshaken, she starts to question everything. That boundary, the one made of silence, not explanation, it tells her, this isn't a game I'm playing, this is a life I'm protecting. And the more she reaches and hears nothing, the louder your absence becomes. Point 3. Starve the drama. Feed your focus. Drama is a test. She creates emotional noise to see if you'll step out of character to answer it, and most men do. They fold. They chase peace from a woman who thrives on war. But here's what a grounded man does. He goes quiet and feeds his purpose instead. He builds, he lifts, he grows. He doesn't fight for validation in her world. He doubles down on building his own. The most powerful move isn't emotional revenge. It's peaceful progress. She wants attention. You give her silence. She wants control. You give her distance. And that's when she starts to miss your presence because it's no longer available on demand. Point 4. Stop explaining what real ones don't need explained. You ever notice how the people who actually care never need you to beg for understanding? That's because presence speaks louder than performance. When you feel the urge to explain why you're a good man, pause. The moment you try to sell your worth, you lower it. A man who knows who he is doesn't audition. He shows up fully, and if someone can't see it, he walks. You don't need to convince her to value you. You just need to remove yourself long enough for her to feel the difference. And if she never does, good. You just cleared space for someone who will. Point 5. Reverse the pattern. Stop. So she starts thinking. She's used to you always being there, texting first, fixing things, explaining away her coldness. That pattern, it's your prison. So what happens when you stop? When you don't chase, don't double text, don't question her distance, you break the cycle, and suddenly the pressure is on her. She starts to feel the space, not because you said anything, but because you finally stopped trying. Silence forces her to face the loss she never thought she'd have to feel. And if she doesn't come back, you still win, because you've just proven to yourself that your peace was never hers to control. Point 6. Don't be her option, be the standard. When she treats you like one of many, it's because she thinks you're replaceable, and maybe you were, until now. Now, you set the tone. Now you become the standard. You don't wait around to see if she chooses you. You choose yourself. You raise the bar, and if she can't meet it, you walk. Quietly, confidently. The man who values himself doesn't stick around to be tolerated. He removes himself until he's missed. And if he's not, He doesn't return because he knows that being ignored by someone you want is still better than being disrespected by someone you let stay. Point 7. Purpose over emotion. Let discipline guide you. She's waiting to see if your feelings control you, but your real test is whether you can stay calm when everything inside you wants to scream. This is where you separate yourself. Don't message her. Don't react to her breadcrumbs. Don't stalk her socials. Instead, go build something. Channel every emotion into the gym, your business, your next level. Let discipline guide you when your heart tries to lead you back into chaos. You're not here to prove anything to her. You're here to prove to yourself that you can stay loyal to your future, even when the past whispers loud. Point 8. Become the man she can't read or reach. She had you figured out. You were the guy who texted first, who always cared, who stayed available. But that version of you, he's gone. Now, you move in silence. Now, your progress isn't posted, it's felt. You don't give her updates, you don't announce your growth. You just level up so quietly that one day, she stumbles across you and doesn't recognize the man standing in front of her. That's how you haunt her, not with anger, not with bitterness, but by becoming so far removed from the man she played that she starts to question whether she ever really knew you at all. Point 9. You don't need closure, you need standards. Stop waiting for an apology that's never coming. Stop waiting for closure from someone who didn't respect you enough to give it. Here's the truth. Her silence was the closure. And your response? That's your power. You don't need answers to move forward. You just need to decide that you're done begging for clarity in situations that are already showing you who you are to them. Real closure is this. I know what I'm worth, and I'm not sticking around to watch you forget it. Point 10. The final move, unshakable indifference. You want to hit her the hardest? Don't block her. Don't rage post. Don't try to make her jealous. Just move on, like she never happened. That's not cruelty. That's emotional sovereignty. You stop reacting. You stop wondering. You stop caring. She pokes, she posts, she tests. But you stay silent because you're done proving your worth. You're done giving free access to someone who couldn't protect your vulnerability. And when she finally realizes that the door she kept open no longer exists, that's when it hits her. You weren't the one who lost something, she did. And by the time she figures it out, you're already a ghost. You don't win by playing her game harder. You win by refusing to play at all. You don't need closure. You don't need validation. You don't need revenge. You need you, fully, completely, quietly. So if this message hit home, drop a comment below. I walk away in silence. Because that's how legends are made. Not with noise, but with stillness, discipline, and purpose.